Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Ashtatrashta Shri Srimad Abhay Charan Bhakti Vedanta Samprabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Nama Acharya Shariras Thakur ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद के श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंज श्याम कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन के वृंदावन धाम के मायापुर धाम के गंगामयी के यमुनामयी के तुलसी देवी के भक्ति देवी के समावेत भक्त वृंद के जानिता गौर प्रमानंद. All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories of glory to Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Gauranga. Okay, so then what should we should read something then from Bhagavatam, and then we can you have Damodar Lila.
Which shloka, Maharaj?
I don't know.
Which shloka?
I don't know. Let's see. Well, you already heard about the Damodar Lila as it happened, right? So, but I'm sure that you didn't hear about the continuation of the story. Okay. Okay, so then, yeah, we will just read the end of the pastime and then something additional. So let's read, okay, we will read maybe the last few verses. So verse 20, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 9, and then text 20 until the end, 23. Nemam virincho na bhavo, na shrir apyanga samshriya, prasadam labhire gopi, Yattat prapa vimuktidat. Translation. Neither Lord Brahma, nor Lord Shiva, nor even the goddess of fortune, who is always the better half of the Supreme Lord, can obtain from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the deliverer from this material world, such mercy as received by Mother Yashoda. '21. Nayam sukhapo bhagavan dehinam gopika sutaha jnaninam chatma bhutanam yatha bhaktimatam iha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the son of Mother Yashoda, is accessible to devotees engaged in spontaneous loving service, but he is not as easily accessible to mental speculators, to those striving for self-realization by severe austerities and penances, or to those who consider the body the same as the self. 22. Krishnastu griha krityeshu vyagrayam matari prabhu ardakshit arjunau purvam guhyakau dhanadat majau. While Mother Yashoda was very busy with household affairs, the Supreme Lord, Krishna, observed twin trees known as Yamalarjuna, which in former millennium had been the demigods, sons of Kuvera. Pura Narada Shapena Vrikshatam Prapitau Madat Nala Kuvara Manigriva Iti Khyatau Shriyan Vitau. In their former birth, these two sons, known as Nalakuvara and Manigriva, were extremely opulent and fortunate. But because of pride and false prestige, they did not care about anyone. Thus, Narada Muni cursed them to become trees. Okay, so we all heard about the Damodar Lila. We've all heard how Mother Yashoda was trying to tie Krishna. And it's a beautiful pastime. Krishna, he always likes to reciprocate with his pure devotees. And now, at the end, okay, so then Mother Yashoda, she's busy. And Krishna, he has nothing to do because she is not there, but he is tied to the mortar. So he decides, then, okay, he is going for a stroll. The little boy, and then he's going, and then the mortar behind him. Now there are the Yamarajana trees. You know about that also, right? So they are huge trees. But they are close to each other. And then when Krishna comes there crawling with the mortar in the back, then he gets stuck. So he is a little boy, but he is also the Supreme Lord. So he pushes. And as he pushes, then the Arjuna trees, the Yamarajana trees, they fall. And as we heard, then okay, they were Nalakuvara and Manigriva, cursed by Narada Muni, because they were offensive. They were just taking bath naked, and then they didn't cover themselves when Narada Muni came. So anyway, so they got cursed. They were there. Now Krishna delivered them. Then after the deliberation, we have also known. I mean, we know that now they are very thankful to Krishna. They are very surrendered to Krishna. And then what happened next? No. Okay. I mean, it's not described in the chapter, but then actually, then both sons of Kuvara Kuvera. It was because so similar Kevaradamani comes and preaches to them. And they all decide, okay, forget it, we'll just the art of devotional service, which didn't make Daksha happy. So anyway, but then Nalakara and Manigriva, then they decided themselves, they realized, we are just too attached. I mean, the heaven is so dangerous. Because so much of sense gratification going on there. So now we are a little bit at some senses. See, unlike you see, like the case of Indra. Indra, he got upset at Krishna. Krishna decided, and he convinced his parents, Madhya Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, not to do offerings to Indra. Right? So Indra being upset, so he sends his clouds, and then okay, he is going to completely obliterate Braj. But what he didn't know, that Krishna is Supreme Lord. So Krishna lived the Govardhan. No, he was he protected the whole Braj. And now Indra could not do anything. So then he realized, okay, this is not an ordinary boy. He comes down and he realizes that's Krishna. That's Vishnu. That's the Supreme Lord. He bows down to him. He prays for forgiveness. He is apologetic. No, but then he goes back to heaven. Fine. And what happens a few days later? Literally a few days later, because in heaven, what? 1 year is 1 day, right? So when Krishna, when he's being here on the planet, then when he is in Dwaraka, then he actually Satyabhama requested him to get Parijata flower. So then he goes to the heaven, because the Parijata was there only, and he takes it from Indra's garden. Now Indra, then he is so daring that he just starts chasing Krishna, and he is challenging him to fight. And okay, Krishna, how old was Krishna? Maybe maybe 110 when he was young. So there was 6, 7 years old. So if there is 100 years, that's 100 days, that's like 3 months. So Indra, 3 months later, forgot that he was so humbled by Krishna, and now he challenges him again. So heaven is dangerous. When Indra, he loses his post as king of heaven, he gets cursed, he gets into pig's body, curse is over, okay, now you can come back. He doesn't want to. He's so attached. So Nalakuvara and Manigriva, then they didn't want to go through it. So they realized, okay, let's go then to Himalayas. Krishna agrees, but they requested Krishna, but to stay there, we will need, we want to stay high, but we will need some water, because we want to still do the morning bath, we want to do the worship, we need some water. So Krishna, he took the rope he had, and he threw it. And it flew into Himalayas, and actually it created a kunda, Damodar Kunda. And it said that to this day, then Nalakuvar and Manigriva are there. They are there as like two golden ducks. And there are even videos of people, not recorded videos of the ducks actually coming. Yeah. Anyway, it's a very secluded, beautiful place. You see Kailash from there very clearly. It's not so far. And next to the Damodar Kunda, there is Chakra Kunda. There, Sudarshan Chakra is residing. And he came there to that place after Gajendra Moksha. Head of the crocodile, then it was bloody. The whole lake was bloody. So he wanted to purify himself somewhere. So he went to Himalayas, and also he made a kunda. And there he resides. On the kunda, actually, you can see the chakra, the reflection of the chakra on the surface. And it's also said that this chakra kunda is the source of all the shalagram shilas. The shalagram shilas are born actually in the kunda, and when there is in the spring a lot of water coming, so they fall down to Kaligandaki, and then they are being carried away. So we see there's so many places connected with Krishna. How Krishna is so merciful. How Krishna, he is actually so caring. He is always protecting. But we choose not to take his help because we know better. We want to enjoy. We don't want to give up our attachments. But it's our misfortune. Now we have gotten this opportunity to properly realize that, okay, in this very lifetime, I can, by the mercy of Krishna, mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, mercy of Srila Prabhupada, I can go back to Godhead in one lifetime. And it's very, very rare. It's very special. This is only given to us, that mercy is only given to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You see, there are other bona fide Vaishnava Sampradayas, and they have different ways how they achieve Vaikuntha. I have heard, for example, in Madhvas. Madhvas, they go, they perform perfectly their duties within the Daivi Varnashrama. So they are born and they are following the duties of the Daivi Varnashrama. And they do that for 100 consecutive lifetimes. So they are born again and again as a devotees. So no loss, but it's happening like for 100 lifetimes. In that, sometimes sometimes mistake can happen also. It's a little risky. But if they perform that and in 100 consecutive lifetimes, they are situated on the platform of devotion, then they get to go to Brahmaloka. Lord Brahma, he is a pure devotee. And no, we know that when his days are over, now he's 51 years old, he has still 49 years to go. So when his days are over, he is going to go back. He is going to go to Goloka. And all the devotees who are there with him, they will go with him. So sure, the Madhvas also will go to the Vaikuntha planet, right? But it will take some time. So what Madhvacharya is giving to his followers that they can achieve after many, many, many years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gives that in one lifetime. But there is a need for some. Well, first we have to realize what actually we are getting, and second, that we need to do something for it. It's not automatic. It's not that it's going to automatically happen. We need to do something for it. We need to give up our attachments for the material body, for the material world. And that's up to us. If you maintain your attachments, then nobody can help you. But if you decide that, okay, I want to take it seriously, I want to do it in one lifetime, you have the chance. Now you make your choice. You decide what you want. And don't forget, that the Dhruva Maharaj, he had materialistic desires. He was a little boy. I mean, it's understood. It's not a problem. But he had materialistic desires because he was upset. He got angry, and then he decided, I want kingdom greater than my grandfather's, and I want my stepmother to die because she offended me. And kids say things like that. What, you can laugh at it. But Narada Muni, seeing him, he didn't laugh, but he tried to, convince him. Come on, you're just a little boy. Just go back home. Go to your mother. Sleep it over. You'll be fine. But he didn't want to, because his mother actually, she could not help him. From the offense he felt from his stepmother. So she told him, the only person who can help you is the Lord. So go and find him. So 5-year-old boy, he is going alone to the forest, finding the Lord. Now you cannot let even teenagers going alone to the school, because you are afraid and then they get lost. But he is going alone to the forest with the consent of his mother, because she has faith and he has also faith that Krishna is there. He protects. So Narada Muni, when he sees that, then he sees, okay, I cannot convince him to go back. So I tell him how to do it. So he instructs him, okay, so you just start doing some little austerity, do some pranayama, do some dhyana, and always meditate on the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, so Dhruva, he says, I want to fulfill my desires, I'll do it. So he is doing it, and he is doing it with such a determination that he perfects it. He does his pranayama so perfectly that he even stops breathing. And because of that, and because also he was meditating on the Lord, he was fully conscious of the whole universe. But when he stops breathing, because he is conscious of everyone, then everybody also is suffocating, cannot breathe. So the demigods, they are in panic. Now what's happening? It's the end of the world, the end of the universe. But Lord Vishnu, he knows. No, don't worry. That's just, no, Dhruva, he's thinking of me. So then he goes and he gives him darshan. Now Dhruva, he had the materialistic desires. But as soon as he saw the Lord, he forgot. He forgot, and he didn't want anything. But the Lord, he told him, come on, you wanted it? Take it. That was the reason why you started. So Dhruva Maharaj, he accepted it. But later on, he was regretting why I was so stupid to approach the Lord for materialistic desires. And Srila Prabhupada, he also warns us, if you don't want to end up lamenting, like Dhruva Maharaj, don't approach the Lord for materialistic desires. Now, we all have some desires. It's not a big deal. But what is your priority? Is your priority to fulfill your desires, or is your priority to please Krishna? It should be. And if that's so, then you will not suffer the consequences that way. You will not need to lament. But how much do we think of Krishna a day? How much seva we perform for Krishna in a day? And how much seva do we do to ourselves? How much are we thinking of ourselves? Then we can understand where we are. If we want to be able to be eligible to go to Goloka, then we need to make it 24 hours a day to think of Krishna. It's not easy. Sure, we cannot do it ourselves. There's always going to be distraction. Always a problems coming. Always disturbances. Because of our attachment. We are attached to something and it's not happening our way. So kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya comes. We get completely bewildered. But if we have no attachments, so what does it matter? My wish not fulfilled. Why do I need to get angry? No need. I have no attachment for it. So that's what Krishna is trying to tell us. That we can achieve Him, but we need to decide to drop our attachments. He will help us. He will do it for us. But we need to give the consent. Because we have a free will. And if we are not willing to part with our attachments, and we are deciding to be attached to our attachments, Krishna will not do anything. He will just give us more time. What does it matter after all? Whether you are here one lifetime or millions of lifetimes. What does it matter? The jiva is immortal. It's just changing the body like your clothes. So what does it matter? Krishna is always there and waiting for us to say, Krishna, I'm tired of being here in the material world. Please take me back. As soon as we do that, he will do that. But if we are not going to do that, go play more. Enjoy yourself. He has no problem. And we also, if we have no problem with it, then nobody has problem. You go on. Enjoy. But when you start having a problem with being here, suffering so much unnecessarily, then you can start making the first steps. Krishna, please help me. I am not able to do it. I want to come to know you. I want to be with you. Our choice. Same like you had a choice whether you come here, not to the temple, to see the deities, to hear some Krishna Katha, or you can decide to go and sleep, or you can decide to go somewhere and enjoy yourself. Your choice. Always you have a choice. Free will. You can do whatever you want. That's your choice. But the reactions you get for it, it's not your choice. The consequences you face, it's not your choice. So, educate yourself. First, educate yourself to know, if I do this activity, what it will bring back. And if you think it's going to be something difficult, something bad, which you don't like, don't do this activity. It's a simple thing, right? You may think, fire, it looks so nice and so powerful. Let me stick my hand in the fire. I can do it. I am powerful. So you do it, and what happens? Most likely you will get burned. So now if you know that, then you will not put your hand in the fire. But if you don't educate yourself, if you don't know it, then very likely then you will get burned. You didn't have to, but it was your choice. So you know, if I put the hand there, most likely I will get burned, and I don't want to get burned, so therefore I will not put the hand there. But if you are foolish, then you put it there because you think you are better, and you get burned and you suffer. And sometimes we see like Holika, right? She had the boon that she will not burn by fire. So when she was trying to burn Prahlad Maharaj, then she was very confident that, okay, he will burn and then I will come out unharmed. But then what happened? Then her boon was over. And then she got burned in the fire, and Prahlad Maharaj comes out unharmed. No. So we also don't know how things work. So we should educate ourselves. We should study. We should read the Shastra. And then you have some, you know what you may expect from doing your activity. And if you expect that the activity which you do is bad and it will bring bad reactions, don't do it. Why to make yourself suffer more? Just because you are proud? Envious, maybe? No, drop that. Attached? Drop the attachments. And then we can move forward. Because when we decide, Krishna, please help me to get purified, help me so then I can surrender to you. Immediately, he is a Chaitya Guru, the Paramatma, he is there, he knows. He will help us immediately. And then, from that moment, we can be fully surrendered to the Lord. That's what we have Bhagavatam for. Srimad Bhagavatam describes many devotees who went through it the same way. It happens, it's a reality. So now, it's up to us whether we choose to follow Bhagavatam, to follow Krishna, or to follow Mahamaya. Your choice. And you take responsibility for your choice. You cannot blame anybody for your choice. No, you cannot. You cannot say, oh, yeah, I stole it because he told me to. Then you are a fool. You knew you are stealing. Because somebody tells you to steal it, you did. You deserve punishment. Somebody tells you to do something bad and you know it's bad, why would you do it? You are responsible for your actions, not anybody else. So, start understanding that. Start taking responsibility for your life. Start taking responsibility for your choices you made in your life. Then we can progress. But if you are here trying to enjoy, it's danger. But nobody is going to take away from you the free will. You can do whatever you want. But the Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, they say, educate yourself. Don't do the bad things. At least, don't forget Krishna. And not to forget Krishna, then don't break the four regulative principles. Because breaking them makes you forget Krishna. So, at least that much. And then, slowly, now you get elevated and you get to understand then what you should do. Because Krishna is always there with us and he is always guiding us. We just don't listen to him. Krishna is a Paramatma. He is there no matter what, no matter when. And in fact, pure devotees, they know immediately what they are, what Krishna wants. And they are immediately surrendered and they follow the instructions of Krishna. As a Paramatma, he instructs, the devotees do. Those who are not yet there, then Paramatma also talks to. He is talking to all of us. The devotees choose to listen to him. Non-devotees, those who are conditioned, they choose not to listen to him. But Krishna, he is not forcing anything upon us. But he is still giving us advices. So anybody, even a conditioned person, can perceive Paramatma, can realize Paramatma. Paramatma, he talks to us, all the time. And when we are conditioned, we can perceive it as like intuition. Sometimes we get some idea, some intuition. We say intuition. But we get the idea and we immediately say, oh, it's my idea. I am so good. I can do it. And because of that, I became rich. We don't give any credit to Krishna. It's because we are so conditioned. But he doesn't mind. He's not upset with us. But he feels pity because we are so foolish. So you can try it whenever you are getting some intuition, maybe at least start thinking, maybe giving some credit to Krishna. Maybe it's not just you, maybe start with maybe it's also him. Before you start understanding it is only him who is guiding us. But you can try that. Give him some credit. And if you feel that you should give him some credit, and then from your idea you get some benefits, then share with Krishna your profit. Do that. That purifies. That makes you more and more realize that we are not this body, we are not alone here, and Krishna is always with us. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yes? In the back there.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for such a thoughtful and thought-provoking talk. We never thought about in so much details. Thank you for taking us there. So you said that material devotees, as a devotee, we should try to get rid of material desires, and we should ask Krishna to help us. So, but devotees sometimes they are concerned about their family members, and they pray to Krishna, help them, make them devotees. So, is it also counted in material desires?
See, relationships like that. Okay. Look at Kadama Muni. Okay. So he is a yogi. And then he had the desire he is performing devotional service and he has a desire to get married. So Krishna is very pleased with him. So he arranges the best girl in the universe at that time. Right? So he arranges that, okay, you can marry Devavati. Now, but Kadama Muni, then, they understand, he understands, it's a contract. Marriage is not just love, right? It's a contract. So he is, okay, I'll get married. Time together. As I give you a son, and the son grows up, then I will leave, and I will take sannyas, because the Grihastha ashram is over, then I should move on in the ashram. Krishna was so pleased with Kadama Muni that he said, okay, I will take birth as your son. So when it happened, so they got married. And Kadama Muni, he was still living the brahmachari life. He neglected his wife. He was in meditation. But when he realized that she was also, because he was not eating, she was not eating, she was neglected. So he felt bad for her, and immediately, so he gave full attention. He took nice care, everything. They had nice time together. He created a whole flying city, right? Moving by speed of mind, anywhere in the universe. Okay, they were happy. And after some time, then okay, so all right, now that's the Grihastha ashram. He takes care of her. And now the time comes, okay, to fulfill the purpose of the Grihastha ashram, children. So he gave 9 daughters, and she requests also, but you said you will give a son. Okay, he gave a son. So now, Kapilava is born, right? He grows up, and now Kardama Muni said, okay, I'm leaving. Now you see, he could have stayed. He could have said, oh, but no, I have a boy here, and then the boy, he's the Lord himself. I should stay. But Lord approved of him, you leave. You said you will leave, you leave, take sannyas. So, even though in this case it wasn't material attachment, but he still fulfilled his duties. Now, we are thinking that the body, the flesh, the relationship, no, that is the reality. Now, this is not to say that we should neglect that. Some you should take proper care of your wife, take proper care of your children, take proper care of your parents. That's your duty. You do that. But still, at some point, it will end. What will you do? If you are not thinking that it will end, and if you are thinking that I'm going to stay here and enjoy, you'll be like, no, Dhritarashtra. Just enjoying suffering, who knows, in the hospital or no. But what for? Only thinking about, oh, I missed so many enjoyments in my life. And you will just make yourself mentally suffering. Now, how you didn't do what you wanted to do. But you forget to do what you are supposed to do. And you die. And then what? Again born, and again maybe the same relationships. Maybe you will be born, no, as a son of your son. Who knows? But you don't have to do that. No. So, we make choices. Now, in Bhagavatam, it's also mentioned that relationships, material relationships, they are compared sometimes to like grains of sand. Sometimes the grains of sand come together. Little water comes and they separate. They are with somebody else. Or like twigs when they. But then we should understand, use this relationship to realize our real, actually the eternal relationship. Another example is given in Bhagavatam, that it's like the material world is like the inn. How do you call it? No, like a guest house. No, travelers go. They come there. They meet for a night. They talk together. They have nice time, and then in the morning they separate. They go their own ways. Like a hotel. No. So when you start understanding that, then it's but I have attachment. I feel it's real. Now look at Maharaj Chitraketu. He was so attached to his son. He almost gave up his life when he died. But Narada Muni talked to him, and then he convinced him, this is not it. And when he actually made the son come back to life, and the son told him, I don't want to be with you. What? What's the point of being attached to such a body if he doesn't want to be with me? I thought I'm such a great father, but he doesn't want. Okay, let's take another path. So everybody has to make the choice. if you want to maintain your attachments till the end of your life, the way how you want it, just enjoy. Yeah, sure, you are free to do that. But if you feel that maybe the Shastra can be right and then we are not supposed to do that, choose that. Yeah? Hare Krishna. Oh, in the back there.
Thank you, Maharaj, for this wonderful insight.
And my question is with respect to, you talked about different sampradayas. Sampradayas have different processes to go back to the Vaikuntha planet. And then you mentioned about that people who are with Lord Brahma in Brahmaloka, and when the life of the Brahma is finished,
Exhausted, yeah.
over, then they all go back to Vaikuntha with Brahma. And then other place we listen that all these 14 planetary systems, which are part of the material world, so here we have repeated birth, death, old age, and disease. So just wanted to understand that, some people may think, like I may think, okay, this lifetime I may go up to Brahma's level, and then finally I will go back to Godhead. So what is the way to understand this?
How do you know you will go to Brahmaloka? It's not easy. Yes, you do some pious activities, you go to heaven. But you see, when Brahma's night comes and he goes to sleep, so there is a small pralaya. So all the planets, up to Tapaloka, they get submerged. So all the lower heavenly planets, they are submerged. Indra is gone. Everybody is gone. So you are going to end up there if you are thinking to enjoy. Brahmaloka, they don't enjoy really. They are fully meditating. You are talking about enjoyment. Heaven means enjoyment. That means Indra, those planets. But pralaya happens. Small pralaya happens between each Mahayuga. Now, and after the period of 1,000 Mahayugas, then there is a bigger pralaya. Brahma goes to sleep. And at the end of Brahma's life, then it's full. The whole universe gets dissolved. And Brahma, with the people, Brahmaloka, then he goes. They go to Vaikuntha. But it's not easy to get there. It's not the heaven we hear about. That's not the heaven to enjoy. You have to be very serious.
So does that mean that the people who go up to the Brahma Loka, they don't get into the cycle of birth, death, disease, and old age?
If Brahma, see, they will follow Brahma. So the devotee, he goes to Vaikuntha, they go with him.
Okay.
If he is not a devotee, they don't go.
Oh,
We know our Brahma is a devotee.
okay.
So for us, getting the Brahmaloka, it's a boon.
Understood.
But there is no need for that.
There is no need for it. Understood.
We have gotten different process.
Thank you so much.
Yeah?
Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. In the back there.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Am I audible clearly, Maharaj? So Maharaj, the fact you mentioned the point that we have to desire, we have to have the desire to be with Krishna, and then Krishna will actually make her influence. So is it also that sometimes we desire strongly, but then we have a certain style of life in this lifetime or previous ones, and therefore we have a certain psychophysical nature which restricts us. I'm asking this from a personal experience, and also I've heard that maybe in the Bhaktivedanta Institute, Bhaktivedanta, the Gurukulam Mayapur, the devotees who join in there as students they have a horoscope. I'm not sure, I've heard they undergo a horoscope study. Their horoscopes are matched whether they actually fit in the lifestyle or Vishnu, the Guru offers them. And so is that also important that sometimes we may try hard, we may feel as if we really want to, but we may have had a life and it may take more long for us than some other devotees.
See, okay, so about the horoscope, now, personally, I know it's extremely difficult to read a horoscope for a devotee. You can perfectly read for a non-devotee, person who is conditioned, but not for a devotee. It's a different reading. I had seen, I think, only one Jyotishya who could actually do that. Nobody else is capable for that. And even though you may have read a horoscope for a devotee, it's an indication. It's don't take it, don't take it absolutely. As Srila Prabhupada also mentioned, in Kirtan you clap your hands and then the lines change, right? Your destiny changes. Depends on your consciousness. That's the whole purpose of what is karma. So you are born under the influence of the Navagraha. And certain karma is given to you. And given your conditioning, then you will follow that and the karma will be fulfilled, good and bad. You have a choice. You don't have to get into the karma cycle. Yes, you have the psychophysical nature which will push you to do that. But you may resist. You may get an opportunity to kill some animal. Based on karma, it's understood that the animal killed you some previous life. So now you're getting opportunity. But you don't have to do that. You make a choice. Mrigari, he had chosen to half kill animals. But when he got, by mercy of Narada Muni, he got the realization that he should not do that, he stopped. So yes, our psychophysical nature is based on our ahankar and based on anarthas. That's the conditioning. And yes, we cannot purify them. We cannot purify ourselves. We have no potency to do that. The only person who can do it is Krishna. And all we can do is desire. We can pray to Krishna, please help me. I am helpless. I am just a little tiny jiva with desires. I cannot do anything. I cannot control this material world. I cannot control anything. Even though it looks like I am doing it, but I know I cannot do it. Without you, I am useless. Please help me. Draupadi, when she was being disrobed, as long as she was holding that she will protect herself, Krishna could not help. And then she was in danger. But then when she realized she cannot protect herself, she gave hand up and then let happen what happened. No? Krishna, please save me. And immediately, Krishna saved her. Our choice. So, yes, we have certain nature, but it's temporary. Now, rather, so there is no need to get rid of the nature. The nature is there, it's connected to the body. No, fine, it's samskaras and so many things we went through. It's difficult to get rid of it, but it can be purified. So how can you use your nature in serving the Vaishnava, serving Krishna. Look at that way. You have desires, you cannot stop desires. Desires are natural for the jiva. But rather than directing your desires to yourself, direct them to please others. So that's the minimal amount of energy used which can lead you to pure devotional service. You understand?
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, you mentioned that Dhruv Maharaj lamented for approaching the Lord for asking material desires. So, and you mentioned that Srila Prabhupada also says that we should not approach Krishna for material desire, otherwise we have to lament. But in the prayers of Dhruv Maharaj, he realized his mistake when he took the darshan of the Lord. And he says that I was so foolish that I came to you. So he was actually feeling foolish that he desired that way. And he realized his mistake. But now he's asking pure devotion. But then Krishna, he instead of giving him, the goal of Dham, he says, okay, you ask for it, then you take it. Then the question comes, then Krishna, why Krishna doesn't think that sometimes a devotee in a neophyte or ignorant stage may come ask very foolish desires, but now he has realized his mistake, so why to put him in that turmoil again? So why didn't Krishna protected him, or why didn't Krishna, said, okay, you came with this foolish desire, you don't need it now, so why he didn't interfere with the desire?
Well, see, the whole pastime of Dhruva Maharaj is also to show how Krishna fulfills any desire and anybody can approach the Lord. So, yes, sure, he could have done it. Same like Parikshit Maharaj, he could have removed the curse. But Parikshit Maharaj, no, he didn't want the curse to be removed. He didn't go and begging to Krishna, please, I'm supposed to be killed, please save me. No, he didn't do that. In fact, there was an opportunity, okay, let's hear Bhagavatam. Because the devotees, for them really doesn't matter. They are always with the Lord. And whether they are with the Lord, like in this body, in this clothes or some other, it doesn't really matter to them. But Parikshit Maharaj, then hearing Bhagavatam from Shukra Goswami benefits everyone. So why not to do it? Arjuna, he's playing all these roles. Basically, the whole Mahabharata happens, so then we can hear Bhagavad Gita. You understand? So Dhruva Maharaj, he also lamented that he didn't listen to Narada Muni. No, he said he was so disobedient. He should have gone back, but if he would go back, he would not realize the Lord. No. So everything is there. Now what should we do? What lesson should we take from it, right? No. Then you have Jai Vijay. No, they are acting as Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Shishupal, Dantavakra, right? So they are the demons, and then this, that. Why they are becoming demons? Lord wanted it. And the devotees are going to do anything for what the Lord wants. Asli shava padaratam pinashtumam, adarshana marmatam karotuva. If you want me to be happy, and if that makes you happy, I'll be happy. But if me crying will make you happy, I'll be happy crying. And you see so many devotees, Krishna likes to harass his devotees. Tukaram Maharaj. And there's so many. He's a person. There's a reciprocation. Hare Krishna. Okay, last one then. Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam. Thank you for the wonderful lecture. As a new devotee, when we are practicing our devotional service at home, in temple, there are many obstacles that come in the way. And sometimes it's not easy. I mean, we desire or we sometimes take a vow that we're going to do something, like specifically in Kartik month. And yet, certain situations arise or something happens that make absolutely, I would not say impossible, but very, very difficult for you to carry forward. And that makes you very depressed and demotivated. And that keeps happening. The cycle just keeps repeating. It's like sometimes, as a new devotee, you feel like an ant. You keep trying to climb, but you keep falling down. You keep trying to climb, you keep falling down. You keep trying to climb, you keep falling down. So, just wanted to understand why this happens, and if it's, what is the advice to just, get over it? Is it something that we just need to accept as a part of this practice?
See, okay, we claim we suffer so much. We even now may think, I don't deserve it. No, why do I deserve it? Now, when you are in a situation like this, maybe read Mahabharata, read the prayers of Queen Kunti. She went through suffering. The whole Pandavas, they went through suffering. Why? How did they deserve it? They were always very, very dharmic. They were always Krishna conscious, but they had to go to the forest. Their cousins, they were depriving them of all the property and everything. Their suffering was very great. How did they deserve it? So now we may feel I'm suffering, but then but wait a minute, look at the Pandavas, they suffer much more than me. And they went through all that. And then Queen Kunti, what is she praying for? Now she is back in the palace and then she is enjoying the facility of the palace. But she is not happy. She wants to go back to the forest where she was suffering, so-called suffering, because they were with Krishna all the time. So yes, these suffering, sukha dukkha, they keep coming. But you should know that everything is temporary thing. So happiness comes, but it will end. Don't think that the happiness will last forever. Distress also comes, but it will also end. So rather than focusing on happiness, I want to keep the happiness, and then it goes, disappointed. And then, distress, I don't want distress, but it's not going away, disappointed. So we just keep disappointing ourselves because it's state of mind. Krishna tells us, then expect that. Don't get disturbed by it. Use it. Okay, happiness comes, just be happy, but don't be attached to it because you know it will end. So if you are attached, you get disappointed. If you are not attached, you knew it. Distress comes, get through it. Whatever you need to do, you know it will end. Remain dhira and always maintain your duties as a mother, as a wife, as a devotee. Find ways how to do your duties in any situation. See, like for example, when Arjuna caught Ashwatthama after throwing the Brahmastra, right? Then he was going to kill him. But no, Draupadi said, don't kill. Bhima said, kill. And now what he has to do? No, Krishna is just watching him and he's smiling. Let me see what you do. Because if he kills him, Draupadi will be very disappointed. Because she doesn't want his mother to feel bad. If he doesn't kill him, then Bhima will be very disappointed. He doesn't want that also. So it seems like impossible situation. But because Arjuna was surrendered to Krishna, so he understood what he's supposed to do. So then he shaved his hair, he cut the jewel, and then for a Kshatriya, it's like killing him. But the body is alive. So when we surrender to Krishna, and as we talked, you listen to Paramatma. You get ideas, you get intuition. You follow that. But not thinking that, oh, it's my idea. You honestly give the credit to Krishna. Listen to him, follow. He will advise you again. He's always there. Then you will know what to do. Hare Krishna. Jai Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Shri Prabhupada ki, Jai Nitai Gaur Pramananda.
Maharaj ki